All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika in with last night's episode of Claws. Are you satisfied? I'm back on camera. Now, don't don't get it twisted. If I feel like I'm having one of them days, we gonna go right back to that bubble screen and we gonna go right back to Spreaker. But I am back and thank you to everybody who has been supporting me in this month and a half. I think it's been child, yeah, a month and a half for me not being on camera. But here I am, as I promised, you all will see me soon, and soon is today. And I want to say, I'm so disappointed that Claus is the season finale next week. They only gave this show 10 episodes this season. I think they gave them 8 last time. I hate that I didn't catch season one, with the reviews and whatnot. But I'm so glad that I did catch season two, and it's gonna be sad to see it end. But bitch, everything must change. Nothing stays the same, right? Right. Okay. So let's talk about last night's episode. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's leading up to some good shit. So let's talk about it. Okay. We open up with Desna getting shooting lessons. Child, this piece of quaff is doing the most. But there's no way. There's no down to the shooting range. She learned how to get her shoot on and roller that helping her. Um, with some practice, she's able to do it, and then he begins to tell her, there's if something would have happened to you, I don't know what the hell I would have did. Child, all that did was lead to them banging it out in the damn shooting range. And I was kind of here for it because I've been wanting Desna to get back with Roller. I know he ain't nothing but a piece of shit, but they pieces of shit together and that shit works, okay? So, child, they bang it out in the damn gun, in the gun range before she gets ready to go playing her fake ass wig. Now, Polly is waking up at the house and she had to remind herself she didn't put Ken out, so ain't nobody laying there. And then she gets up and goes into Marnie's room looking for her. The Marnie room is clean, bed made up, and there's a lovely little piece of note sitting on the side of her, sitting on the bed. When she go over there and read it, Marnie has wrote basically a goodbye letter. She let her know that I've decided that I do want to go back to my mom, and I'm gonna forgive her. And of course, that upsets Polly. It upsets her so bad that she gets attacked by her asthma to the point where she has to make it to the kitchen to find her an inhaler. Now, while she having this asthma attack because she done lost her Marnie, there's a knock at the door. When she go to the door, it's her twin sister. She is less than enthused to see this girl. She is less than enthused to see her. She comes up with an excuse for her not to talk to her and closes the door. But something about that sister ain't right, because that sister was what we call persistent. She was still knocking at the door. Now, Dean and Virginia, they over to the new accommodations, the hotel. And Dean's not really becoming acclimated to those situations. It's totally different than what he's used to. First of all, you got people living in a hotel with you, and they noisy. And he's just starting to unravel. Virginia sees this and offers to give him something that he could feel, and he accepted that. So she get up there trying to make her next ride her best ride, and he seemed like he was about to start enjoying it when out of nowhere he looks up and he sees in the corner that there's not only mold but there is a roach amongst them, and y'all know that freaked him the hell out. He lost it at that point. Now, Zlata done called Desna. They planning this fake ass wedding between Desna and Dr. Ruval. And Zlata offers Desna a partnership. But Desna ain't trying to hit his shit. She trying to do what they originally planned and be out on that ass. She ain't really trying to do nothing more than that, okay? Now Bryce is talking with Jen and the kids. They walking around and they talking her about them moving to Tampa. He said he gonna meet with I guess a person at the bank, a lender, to see if they can get the money. But he pretty sure that he can secure the money that they need to purchase them a new house down in Tampa. Okay. Now, over at the shop, Polly has arrived and she is feeling her ways. She's so upset that Marnie is gone, she ready to call the police and put the girl on the milk carton, okay? Desmond got to remind her, sis. Can't really call the police because she not missing. She with her mama. Probably having a hard time with that. Then Dean comes in. He discombobulated because he can't deal with the conditions to which he chose to live in. And Desna offers him and Virginia to come back to live with her. He said, due to your bad life choices, I can't live with you at all. Then he notices that Polly ain't herself. She upset. She over there crying. Girl, what's wrong? Did I mess up with my dance step? No, if you had messed up, Dean, I would have told you. She realized she tripping. So she go off to herself. She go off in the back to get her little air. And when she get back there, who appears? Her sister. Her sister talking some shit about a boy. I was like, well, what the hell? I know damn well these twin sisters are not beefed out over no piece of man. I didn't understand that, but Polly was not trying to have a conversation with her sister, period. In fact, she pushed her in that moment. Then she goes back inside. Now, the crew is getting ready to go over to the bridal shop because it's time to get Desna prepared for this fake-ass wedding, right? She ain't really wanting to go, but she gone on. Well, Polly ain't in the mood for none of this shit, so she tell him, I'm going to hold back, I'm going to hang tight, okay? And when they leave, there the sister reappears knocking on the motherfucking door. And I'm like, what's going on with this sister situation? I know you and your sister not in beef over no man. Because this sister brought up a man. So at this point, we don't know why Polly not really accepting of seeing this sister, right? Now, Desna and the girls arrive over to a bridal shop. Miss Bridal Shop Fish gonna say, act like Desna can't afford to be in there, is what she said. Jen reminds Desna, you might not want to marry this man, but he done gave you this black card, and girl, in a minute, we gonna be all Walmart workers again, so we might as well ball till we fall. So she decides, okay, let's make this here a fun day. Let's just enjoy ourselves. We gonna try on everything expensive, and anything y'all want, I guess I'm gonna be paying for it. Child Mama Ruval done rolled up in the damn bridal shop because she wants to see what Desna's gonna pick. She originally wanted Desna to wear the dress that she had sent her. I said, girl, Mama Ruval is a mess, honey. Then we see Uncle Daddy, Roller, and the Pensacola dudes. They sitting in there talking about how they gonna be able to push out their pills, and I'm not Bryce. Roland had suggested a taco stand. Uncle Daddy wasn't with that. But then the little Pensacola dude said, how about we just get a rehab facility and we push our pills and stuff off in there. And I thought to myself, that's a pretty good ass idea. But it's fucked up though, because if you open up a rehabilitation center, you're going to have people in there that's supposed to be there to try to heal. And y'all just putting them deeper into their damn addiction because y'all going to be selling them shit. But it's a genius idea nonetheless. And Roller say, I know a perfect spot for us to do this, right? But can you tell that there's a little jealousy there because it seemed like Pensacola, I think that's a friend of theirs or it's a distant cousin or something. Pensacola getting more Uncle Daddy's attention than what Roller is, and he feeling some kind of way about it. Much like in season 1 when Bryce used to be trying to get Uncle Daddy attention and he wouldn't pay him no mind because he was too busy worried about his boy Roller. Now, over at the shop, let's go back to the shop because Polly has let Lillian in and she doing her nails. Ken calls. She ain't trying to talk to Ken, so she quickly get him off the phone. There's this conversation that goes on between the twins. Basically, Lillian telling her, first of all, she asking is that her boyfriend. Polly says, that's my ex-boyfriend, and I ain't really trying to have that conversation with you, okay? Then she gets to talking about Lillian let her know that, we're aware that you went to jail. So in this moment, I'm like, okay, so they do know, they have some affiliation somewhat with each other because we heard something about a Christmas card that Polly sends and whatnot. The sister was asking, did you join a gang when you went to jail? Did you have your prison wife? And basically, Polly don't want to have no conversations with this girl, but she keeps saying something about until you tell the truth about it, okay? And this is where, in this scene, we learn that Lillian is a figment of Polly's imagination. Because a potential client came into the shop and she wanted to get her nails done. Polly arguing with Lillian. But when the camera pans, we're able to see there's nobody there. And if we saying what the fuck, you know that woman was. The lady got spooked. I'd rather go to the Koreans anyway. She puts it pops on up out of there. I said, oh, so this is her imagination. Sister saying, I ain't going nowhere until you admit to what you've done. I was like, she do something to her damn sister in that moment? But I didn't know. So at that point in the episode, I am starting to think that it's the sisters, okay? Yeah, I'm thinking that Polly did something to her, but I don't know exactly what's going on. Now, over at the bridal shop, they in there trying on damn clothes. It's not traditional. You got Desna with her damn angel bring sequence jumpsuit on that could go for a wedding. I guess if you that type, it's 2018, they do shit differently. They all running around, putting on outfits and twerking and having a good time. And Mama Ruval sitting there like hell to the motherfucking now. And she tell them, this ain't what we gonna do. We not doing Ratchet 2018. You better scale back and get a decent traditional wedding gown to put on. And Desna has to do that. And when she put the dress on, it was nice, but definitely it wasn't Desna. It was a nice wedding dress though. It just wasn't the style or nothing that we would see Desna normally want to pick out, okay? Later on, Desna is with her fiance, Dr. Ruval, and they are cake testing. All of the cakes are good, so she can't really decide which one she would like to have. So Ruval said, I tell you what, we can have them all. We just have a whole dessert table set up at the reception, and we're going to serve all the cakes. And he also let her know that, he owns this lovely hotel that they in. Child, Desna like, oh really? So the wheels in her head is twisting, right? So he said he gotta leave and go to the hospital. So he leave and them wheels is going in her head. At this point, Polly done navigated to the beach and she just going through something. I can't figure it out at that point what the hell she going through. But the return of her sister has definitely conjured up some old feelings and possible demons that Polly has been dealing with in her life. Now, Desna calls Zlata to find out what all does Gregory really own. And I think she said a racetrack, a bistro, and something else that she owns. And Desna's like, really? That's all he owns? Zlata say, yeah, that's all, girlfriend. And she starts to talk about her and Desna being partners again. Desna ain't thinking about that because now the wheels in her head is turning. He own more than what he's saying he owns. She don't even know. But I know I'm going to find out exactly what the fuck he own. Because see, what's going to happen is they can have this clinic situation. But I'm going to figure out how I'm going to twerk this. And I'm going to walk away from this whole situation. A rich woman. She finna figure out how to get his businesses from up under him. Now, Uncle Daddy Roller and the Pensacola guy go to this location that Roller had suggested to open up their clinic. And it's by a playground, so they're not going to be able to do that there. I said, okay. Jen and Bryce is down to the bank, and they talking to the lender. Their loan has been denied, even after they talked about all they had been through with each other and whatnot. This woman sat here and cried and acted like she was just so moved by it, but she still decided to turn down their bank loan. And Jen told the bitch, I'm just let you know, Karen, your damn titties lopsided, and Bryce wasn't here for her shit either. I said, oh. We see Zlata go to Gregory's office, and she breaks into one of his file cabinets, and in there she learns that he owns a whole lot more than what he had been telling her or Zlata. So now, like I said, the wheels in her head is turning. She finna flip on his ass and walk away with his businesses, thus becoming a rich woman and able to provide for her crew and her brother. I said, come on, girl. Um... Uncle Daddy Roller and the Pensacola dudes end up going over to Hank's. They want Hank to sign over his building, and they set the price on what they gonna allow him, pay him for that. Hank wasn't really interested in it. He talking about this a place of worship. They basically let him know that you ain't got no choice, bro, man. You gonna sign, or you sign now, sign on the dotted line willingly, or we gonna get you to sign on this dotted line unwillingly, and you might not like how you come out when you do it the unwilling way, okay? And then they threaten to call Bryce. Now, Paula is walking down the street at this point, and her twin is there saying that, she need to face what she did. And at that point, I realized Paula did do something to this woman. Now, Bryce comes to the Hank shop, and he see Uncle Dad and them, and Hank is caught up. He don't want to sign over his place, but he ain't got no choice. And basically, they make him do it anyway. He had the nerve. They was finna fuck him up, and Bryce stopped him. That fool, instead of just, shedding his face and going away so he could live his best good life, he decides to tell Bryce that thank you, even though he ate his wife good pussy for him. I said, bitch. That wasn't verbatim, but that's roundabout what he was saying. I'm like, bitch, okay, so you got a death wish on you, huh? You got to have a death wish on you to be talking to this man about what you done did to his wife. And I thought Bryce was going to pussy up, but Bryce didn't pussy up, baby. Bryce grabbed that pen, made it look like he forgot to sign somewhere, managed to get around there round about his area right here, and jabbed him in his good throat, baby, thus killing him. I said, oh, see, you should have just took the damn money and shut your face and went on about your life. But now, because you want to throw in this man's face that you done fucked his wife and whatnot, now you got to go become maggot food. Look at you, stupid. I said, Jesus, okay. Stuck it dead in his neck, killed his ass. I was here for this shit. Polly is still walking and talking to herself. She back now to the shop. And what happens is Ken comes up trying to, woo her back. She ain't really trying to hit it. But she having a conversation with Lillian. But no one sees Lillian. She getting real upset with Lillian, telling her to leave her alone and whatnot. I mean, just going in. Ken standing there trying to figure out who the fuck is she talking to, what's going on. As that is going on, Desna and Jen and the girls have arrived. And basically, Polly realized she having an episode. And she tells Desna, it's happening again, take me to the hospital. And they take her to the hospital. I said, wow. Apparently Disney know about this situation, at least somewhat about it, because when she said it's happening again, she let her go she took on down to the hospital. So they all down to the hospital waiting to see what the doctor gonna say about it. And Ken is feeling like this is my fault because I wore the wire. They didn't know he wore the wire, so they wrapping the shit out of him with their purses and whatnot. And the doctor comes in and says that Polly is having a psychotic episode. This one is kind of bad, and they are going to keep her in the hospital for a little while until they can figure out how to get her back on track or whatnot. But they can go see her. Now they all get ready to go walk down the hall to her room, but there's no tell Ken, not you, snitch, you can't go. Okay. Uncle Daddy and Rolla ends up giving Bryce the money to be able to put the down payment or buy his house and I guess some furniture, whatnot. He overwhelmed because he didn't think that they would do that for him, but they did. Uncle Daddy said, your loan just got approved through the bank of Uncle Daddy, so here go your money, Bryce, and thank you for everything. I said, oh, okay, that was sweet. Now let's go back to the hospital because Desna and the girls have gone in to see Polly, and she tells them that Lillian and her were close growing up. They were so close they even finished each other's sentences, and they loved to skate. They liked to ice skate. She said one particular time her mother had told them that they shouldn't go out on the ice because it's thin. They decided to go anyway, and when they went out there, Lillian ended up falling through some ice. The ice broke. She fell through it, and Polly said she tried to help her. And I was thinking at that point, no, the fuck you didn't. You probably tried, but when you tried, you knew it was too late already. Okay. So she says she been traumatized ever since then. Later on, Lillian comes back to Polly and tells her that, you didn't tell the truth. So Lillian, Lillian said, you liked this boy. It's about this boy. You took me out behind this boy. Now, there's no there. There's no like, what's going on? Do I need to get the doctor? That's when Paula told the real truth. I liked this boy, David White, I do believe. Polly liked it. I mean, Lillian liked him too. They kissed each other, and it pissed me off because I always felt like she was trying to one up me. So when we went out on the ice that day, I pushed her into the water. And when she went in, I didn't do anything to help her. And when I finally decided I did want to help her, it was too late because I wasn't able to save her. And that has haunted me all these years. I feel like I set my sister up to die because I didn't help her. And I was like, even though y'all were kids and there really wasn't much you could do, the malicious thought was in your head. So I could totally understand why you may have felt like, you had killed your sister. But there's no telling, you know what, you have to let that go. You just gonna have to let that go. Polly then shares her whole life she's wanted to be great. But she realized that she just ordinary, and Desna tell her, baby, ain't nothing ordinary about you. Your business has tripled. You're a great madam. What you do with them boys is amazing. She tells her, look, we not ordinary people, but what we are is we criminals, and it's about time we started to really just accept that and live in our truth. And Polly was with the shits, okay? Now, Virginia then tried to make the accommodations where they live in there a little bit more manageable. She done thoroughly had that damn room cleaned, or she cleaned it herself, and she's taking all, he's a neat freak, Dean is. Everything is labeled, it's clean, it's livable. He's able to deal with that, and he's appreciative of her for doing all that she did to try to help him in that moment. So they happy, they got their abode. It's starting to turn around. She done told him, we can't depend on other people. We gonna have to lean on each other. And I started with doing this, making this to where you can enjoy living here. So there's a knock at the door, right? And it's Desna. Desna came over to see him, how they doing, and to talk to Dean because she could tell that earlier Dean was upset with her. She tell Dean that he ain't broken. He was like, I know my vertebrae good. She said, I'm not talking about like this. She said, I just want you to know, I know you think me and my crew messed up, and we may be, but you deserve better, and I'm not mad at you for moving out. I'm glad that you did it, and I'm always here to support you in any way you need. So that calmed Dean down some, and he asked her, are you really gonna marry Dr. Ruval? And she said, yeah. For this to come to an end, I'm gonna have to do it. So he asked, can he walk her down the aisle since they don't have a dad? And she said, yeah, yeah, you can do it. So Polly is waking up. She got woke up by Lillian one more time. This time Lillian wants to skate with her. She like, it ain't no ice in there, nothing. We don't need that. Let's go dance our routine we do to Cyndi Lauper's True Colors. And they do it. They in the hallway of the psychic ward, and they doing their little dance and whatnot, and they do it together until Lillian is finally at peace with going on to the afterlife or whatever, because Polly is left there to continue the routine, and you can see that she's beginning to feel better as well now that everything is out in the open, and she has faced that demon that has been on her back for all them years, ever since they was 13 years old, when she kind of, in a way, helped kill her damn sister. But that was it. That was all, y'all. I hope I ain't hold y'all too long. 24 minutes too long for this review. But that was it. I felt like talking, bitch, so I gave y'all a little extra, okay? Get down in the panel section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. If I forgot anything, please put it down in the panel section, and we will chop it up down there. We always do. I'll be back later on tonight or first thing in the morning with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And we back on track, guys. We back on track. The depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Peace.